gentlemen, so today we're going to be starting exponential functions, and we're going to start off reviewing exponents and our rules for exponents. This is review from last year. Mr. Bush and I both did this last year. But, so 5 to the 6 means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 6 times. 9 to the 7, 9 sevenths to the 4th means, right, so you've seen this kind of notation before. It's called exponential notation. Where x to the n is called, where n is the blank of x in n. All right, so x is the base, and n is what's called the power. I don't know what's supposed to be here, so we'll just put a line. All right, we have 3 different rules that we can take when we're multiplying, dividing, or raising a power to a power. So in general, these are our multiplication rules. So if I have x to the m times x to the n, so let me show you here with an example. So if I have x to the 3rd times x to the 4th, well, what this really means, this is telling me I have 3 x's. This is telling me I have 4 x's. Sorry, I totally ran out of room there. So I can then take and rewrite this using one base and an exponent, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can write it as x to the 7th. The shortcut is that I add the exponents. All right, so that's what this is all saying using all letters. So the first thing that we're going to do is we would add the exponents, and then you keep the base. All right, let's talk about the dividing rules. So in dividing, again, if I take a look at that same type of example, if I have x to the 4th over x squared, this means I have 4 x's. This means I have 2. Well, we know that when you're dividing something by itself, it cancels. So those all cancel, you're left with 2 of them, x squared. So your shortcut is to subtract your exponents. Right, so we're going to subtract exponents, and we keep the base. For a power to a power, here we're going to do, and I'm going to just show you a simple example. So if I have x to the 3rd raised to the 2nd, well, x to the 3rd means that I have 3 x's that I'm multiplying. This is telling me that I have 2 groups of those. So what I really have then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, x to the 6th, my shortcut then is to multiply your exponents. All right, and if I have more than one thing, so if I had x, y, let's say to the 2nd, you're really sharing this. This would be x squared, y squared. All right, so let's take a look and see. So the first thing you have to decide is which type of problem is it? Is it a multiplying and dividing, or a power to a power? So in number 1, this is a multiplying. So I'm going to add my exponents. 3 plus 4 is 7, and I keep the base, 3 to the 7th. Number 2, multiplying problem. So the base is x. I'm going to add my exponents. 10 plus negative 6 is 4. Number 3, this is a division. I keep my base. I subtract my exponents. 7 minus 5 is 2. Number 4, also a division. So I have to keep my base. And then 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Okay, number 5. So here's one that we haven't really looked at yet. It's a multiplying problem. But you have to match up your bases. And you're going to multiply the coefficients out front. So we're going to multiply 3 times 4, which is 12. Then I have x squared times x. Well, if I don't see an exponent, it's a 1. So it's going to stay x. 2 plus 1 is x to the 3rd. And then for my y's, I have y to the 4th, y squared. Keep the y, add the exponents of 6. All right, so you're multiplying coefficients, you're adding exponents. All right, product, so we're multiplying. So again, I would have to multiply the 1/3 and the 1/6, which is 1/18. Then I'm going to add the exponents for the matching bases, x to the 3rd, because there's a little 1, And for the y's, we would have y to the 4th. 1 plus 3 is 4. All right, number 7 is a power to a power. So I'm really taking and I'm going to share that throughout. So this is going to be -2 squared. We're going to have a to the 3rd times 2. So we're multiplying those exponents. 3 times 2 is 6. And then 2 times 2 for b is b to the 4th. You should simplify this. -2 squared is 4. A to the 6, b to the 4th. All right, here again, same idea. I'm going to take and multiply. So this is 2 to the 4th. Y to the 2 times 4 is 8. 2 to the 4th is 16. So 16y to the 8th. In number 9, right? So I'm multiplying all 3 things together. So I'm going to multiply my coefficients first. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Then I'm going to match up the bases. So we're going to have the x's. 2 plus 4 is 6. And then, oh, hold on. Sorry. Put a line through that if you're doing this in pen. I made a mistake. I did not look to see that this was on the outside. So I have to actually share that through first. So we're going to have 3x squared, 4y squared, 4x to the 4th. Now I can multiply what's out front. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. Now I'm going to match up my bases. So x, 2 plus 4 is 6, and then y squared. And for number 10, so this time I'm not going to make that mistake. So I need to just take care of that first. So I'm going to have 3 to the 5th, x to the 10th, divided by 3x to the 3rd. Now I'm going to take and do my bases. So I have like bases here. So 3 to the 5 minus 1 is 4. And my x's, 10 minus 3 is 7. And then again, I should simplify this. 3 to the 4th is 81. X to the 7th. And I think the next page is, yep, okay. So again, review, but you do have to know those rules and memorize them. That when you're adding or multiplying, you're adding the bases, and division is subtraction, and an exponent is multiplication. All right, any questions? Bring them with you. Have a good night, guys.